So shadowing Craig and Greg was a really interesting and eye-opening experience for me. I didn't know what to expect on the first day when we walked into the power plant and the control room, and they seemed really ambivalent to letting me shoot with my camera and observe. They seemed a little bit uncomfortable with the whole thing, as were we, so it was kind of that stage of awkwardness that we had to become comfortable with and learn how to overcome. But once we did, it was a really rewarding experience. Craig and Greg showed us basically a new world of wake that I didn't know existed. And in my multimedia class, we talked a lot about what it's like to enter a new space and a new world you're not familiar with. And I kind of thought that the discussion was a little bit not dramatic, but I didn't think that I was going to be as shocked or as overwhelmed as I was. After our first shadowing session, Craig insisted that he drop me off right in front of my dorm in his truck. And as soon as I got out of the truck and went back into my dorm, I was just amazed at how I felt like I had just gone into this different world and then come back to my life, and now it just seemed like all a blur and all totally different, but it was right here on my own campus this whole time. And so that was really cool to be able to see a different side of Wake physically in terms of rooms and buildings we had never been in, even in our own dorms, but also meet people and interact and really get to know people we probably otherwise wouldn't have been able to meet. And even driving around in the truck with Craig and Greg, my friends would be passing by on the sidewalk and they would look in the car and see me and they'd be so confused, like why was a student like me in the maintenance truck with guys like Craig and Greg. And it is definitely a little bit weird to see, but I think it just shows how we brought together two parts of the campus that would never have otherwise been able to interact or have come together in such a way. And it really just made me aware of so much that was going on at Wake that I didn't know about.